Rise up, oh my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. 2, 3, 4. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Heal the sick anywhere I walk, anywhere I walk. Be my tongue anytime I talk, anytime I talk. Let people love God. Make them stronger, every word, and help them see that heaven is all around. Fill my heart with the courage to play, with the courage to play. Free my mind from yesterday, from yesterday. Tell people what's true. Let them know what's mine to do, and help me to do it each and every day. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Show me the kingdom wherever I go.
Good morning.
Is that switched
It's happening. There we go. Yes? Woohoo! Good morning and welcome to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love, where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind. Welcome home. Glad you're here. I'm Valerie Reeves, the spiritual director here. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome all of you, those that are joining from home and those that are here. Happy Father's Day. Woo! Yeah. How many fathers in the house?
I'm one.
You're one. We got another. We got a few. All right. Let's give it up for the dads. We'll talk more about that. So right now, let's all stand and join the choir with our community sing-along.
1, 2, 3. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. And back to God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Okay, head on down.
All right, good morning, High Desert. My name's Nick Jackson, and happy Father's Day. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we are an all-inclusive center of love. We recognize and celebrate each person as uniquely divine. We view each individual as an expression of the one Spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, and diversity. Thank you for being here. Welcome home. Thank you to everyone who is joining us online as well. Say hello in the chat box and let us know what you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing today. Yeah, I'm told to wave at the camera. Here you go. We'd love to connect with you. Let's see. If you are joining us for the very first time, hello, and a very special welcome to you. Thank you for choosing to be with us today. If you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick one up at the welcome table to the right as you exit the sanctuary doors, and this is what it looks like. All the ways you can connect with us at the center can be found in the program, so please take it home to keep handy and connect with the office if you have any questions. We also have a texting service that you can join. We send out announcements and inspirational messages, quotes, and affirmations. There's no cost to sign up, so I encourage everyone to join. The number's up on the monitors, and thank you, Brandy. And now for announcements. Current events happening at our center can always be found at the concierge table, online through our Google Calendar and social media platforms. These are all updated regularly, so please check back often as we are always adding more new and exciting opportunities to gather here. Then here's the calendar right here. We also have a printed calendar of events and affirmations that you can grab on your way out to take home as well. All right, today is our Father's Day bake sale auction. Thank you everyone for your participation and supporting our wonderful center. This is one of our major fundraisers for the year. We appreciate you, and it's a lot of fun to do together. So everyone is invited to join us in the social hall after service, and the auction will begin shortly after. There will be no meeting this Tuesday, June 18th, Coffee Talk. We'll resume the following Tuesday, June 25th, and choir practice will be held on Thursday, June 20th at 11 a.m. Let me just flip to the next page. There we go. Next Sunday, June 23rd, we have the pleasure of having guest speaker Ann Elsie joining us for a service, followed by a special one-hour workshop titled The Resiliency Zone at 7:30. There is a suggested love offering donation of $10, and all are welcome to join. Also happening next Sunday is the LGBTQ Conscious Conversations meetup at noon, hosted by Tina and the Rainbow Alliance group. Whether you are part of the community or a supportive ally, all are welcome. Tuesday, June 29th, join us at 6:45 for breathwork, movement, and meditation session with Robert from House of Frog. There is a love offering of $10. All are welcome. There is no registration required. This event happens every other Tuesday, by the way. Robert, can you raise your hand, please? Okay. Oh, there you go. Robert, okay. You can reach out to Robert or Brandy in the office if you have any questions. Thursday, June 27th, we have another movie night happening from 5 to 7:30. We'll be showing creative visualization by Shakati Gawan. Sorry, I messed up that name up, but sharing about how to use the power of your imagination to create what you want in your life. Love offerings welcomed. Saturday, June 29th, join us for a 5 Wishes workshop. 5 Wishes is an important part of life planning at any time. This workshop covers personal, spiritual, medical, and legal wishes for end-of-life planning, valuable for any age. There is a $5 fee for materials and a love offering for this very informative workshop. Flyers with more info on these events can always be found at the concierge table in the garden room. We always have lots of exciting things happening here at our center, so check in often and stay in the loop. And now it's my pleasure to welcome back our practitioner of the day, Frank St.Clair.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I am very happy to be here. For those of you who don't know, I suffered a minor stroke 4 weeks ago. And with the prayers and what we teach in this center, I'm back. I highly recommend you take classes and then you practice the heck out of what we teach. Because the positive visualization, very much like the book we're talking about here, the community standing behind someone in prayer, I had no choice but to get better. Otherwise, you guys would be looking bad. So I'm very pleased to be back, and I guess I ought to get back on my track here and schedule. Okay. Slide, please. Okay, here we go. Please join me in our affirmation for today. I'll read it once, and then if you'll join me for 2 recitations. Love is my guiding truth, and I follow it. Love is my guiding truth, and I follow it. Love is my guiding truth, and I follow it. There we go. And it says, and so it is. Practitioner, Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises, which we'll be reading here. It's in your program on the left-hand side page, I believe, and it will be up on the monitors. This is a great way to start your day. Well, actually, there's 2. 1, Ernest Holmes always started his things with the saying, there is a power in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. I'm a demonstration of that. If you will join me here, please. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I speak these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with a realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. Now some contemplation time and music, sir. Please relax, turn inward to that place where you contact spirit inside. Long exhale, breath, and relax.
I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
I love you.
We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
And so it is, and so we are. It's hard to come back from that, isn't it? It's great stuff. Laurie Smith will now join me for lighting the flames of faith. We perform the flames of faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. The first candle, the unity candle, represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. First candle we light for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Laurie lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And so it is. I have a long list, by the way, and I add in there. As you will now join me in prayer, turn inward to that place of holies within yourself where you contact Spirit directly, knowing, believing, and declaring that you are a co-creator with Spirit. You are a godling and divine, having a human experience. This is our teaching here in Centers for Spiritual Living. And as I introduced myself earlier today, I am most humbly and gratefully a walking example of what this teaching can do when mind and body work together with spirit to assist healing, not only physically, but this same unification can be applied to all aspects of your life. For this teaching, I am most grateful and profoundly respectful in being a practitioner. You too are practitioners with maybe just a little bit less training and a lot less practice than mine. But look at me today and realize that you too can have a joy-filled, happy life with friends and love, vibrant health. It's up to you. It is a do-it-yourself. But you are free to choose every moment of every day. And so I greet you today in love, strong health and vitality, knowing that it is possible not only for me but for every one of you to download spirit in your life. And I am thankful for this teaching and practicing it faithfully. And so it is, and so we are. Amen. That's all, folks.
Thank you. And
Switch it on.
it is.
There.
It's a, yeah. It's a work in progress. Yes, always. As are we. So let's claim the best day ever. Yes. Woo! Knowing a lot of people are maybe out with their fathers, having a barbecue, and we're going to get fired up. And maybe we'll have a barbecue later. But I know we're definitely going to have a great bake sale. So really good. Since it is Father's Day, I thought it'd be appropriate to put up my dad. All of us have a dad somewhere, whether we know them or not. And my dad and I had a very interesting relationship. He used to say, "You need to get off your soapbox." And I would say, "I don't even know how. I didn't realize I was there." We're getting just do I need to step back? Do I need to step forward? These are the questions we ask in life, right? Most importantly, getting ourselves grounded in who we are and loving who we are and remembering, as Frank was saying, it's a do-it-yourself. If it is to be, it's up to me. We have the opportunity to use this wonderful power in the universe for good, or we can use it to beat ourselves up. This is a philosophy, a way of life. And so changing our thoughts so that we can change our life. And having thoughts that are loving and rewarding. And so I found a lot of different ways to reach my dad. One night he was watching PBS, and Wayne Dyer happened to come on the TV. And he said, "Oh, is this what you're talking about?" I said, "Yes, same kind of thing, that our thoughts create our reality. And if you want a better reality, change your thoughts and get very clear in your life about your vision and what it is that you're wanting for yourself." Jim Rohn says this, "What you become is much more important than what you get." Sometimes people are so busy collecting stuff and things, instead of worrying about who they are and how they are. And with the things in life, we really want to take a look at, is this serving me? Now, I know I've talked a little bit about how my resume reads like a novel. I found that if a job wasn't working for me or if I wasn't working well for it, then it would be a time to part ways. So making sure that I'm a good fit for things, because there are some times that maybe we're in a position and it's like, oh, it's such an easy position. I don't have to do much. Anybody ever have a job like that? It's like, yeah, I don't have to do much. Well, that doesn't stretch us. That doesn't make us more of who we can be. If you find a place where it's like, yeah, just kind of get a float by. I don't want to float by in life. I want to have a rich, full experience in life, which means taking time to invest in myself, taking classes, learning more, read a book. How many of you have a library card? Anybody? Okay. A library card. When is the last time you went to the library? It's like, oh, I just listened to Audible. I don't need to go to the library. You know what? There's some exciting things there. There's people that actually read books to kids out loud, which is a really fun thing. You can join in on that party. Let the kid in you celebrate. Read some stories, Dr. Seuss novels, some fun little interesting things. Remember that every day we are creating our life. And it's easy to get into one of those spaces where we just kind of start slacking off a little bit. Anybody start slacking off a little sometimes? Maybe you didn't I did not make my bed this morning. I didn't. So I will go home and make my bed. So at the end of the day, I can go and say, oh, look at what you did for you. Isn't that so nice? And sometimes we start slacking off, maybe throw a shirt here or coat there and not put it where it actually needs to go. And then we're not treating ourselves with enough love. Maybe disciplining ourselves enough to be all that we can be. Jim Rohn goes on to say this: success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Practicing our affirmations, practicing our visualization, taking time to really embrace who we are and get clear about what we want. And remembering that we create our life, and that doesn't mean that everybody else is on the same page. Just because I want to go this way doesn't mean you want to go that way. It's really interesting. Have you ever driven with somebody who's used to being the driver? Yeah. So I was with my sister last week. We had a nice family reunion in Las Vegas, all my siblings there. My sister's older than me, bossier than me, which is interesting. I know, right? Wow. Talks more than me. She is just, she's a firstborn. Not that every firstborn is that way. However, she's very direct about everything and very on target with everything. And she's used to driving. And so with me driving, she's like, well, you should have turned there. You were supposed to turn there. And it's like, but I found a shorter way. Okay. Oh, but yeah. You get that. If you've ever driven with somebody who's used to driving and you're in charge, it's like, okay, we're going to drive my way. So sometimes we have to just sit back, settle back, and do it the way that works for us. Not that we can't compromise. I am happy to go another way if it makes sense. So finding what makes sense to us and creating a life that we absolutely love, getting fired up. And there are days we just kind of get into that. Everybody get into a rut once in a while. Anybody ever? Where you just kind of, yeah, same day, same thoughts. And then we keep carrying the same thoughts forward and keep creating the same thing. So finding different ways, drive a different way home. Change the way you put your clothes on. Doing something different. Learn a new language. And there's so many apps out there that we can do so much stuff without even having to go to a class or sign up for anything big. We can just get an app, or we can go to the library. There's a lot of great things there. Ernest Holmes says this in The Science of Mind. So Ernest Holmes is the founder of this teaching, this philosophy. It's dry in the desert. And so we want to water ourselves, take care of ourselves, do like Frank did, practice the principles. And remember that our prayers should be filled with conviction, warmth, color, imagination. The creative power responds to feelings more quickly than a mental attitude. So we can change our thoughts. Excuse me. I just got fired up. We can choose our thoughts. We can have that conviction And the more creative we can be and playful with our imagination, the better things go. How many of you take time every day to visualize your life? Maybe affirm, meditate, taking all of it every single day where we can just step right into the picture and not limiting ourselves, because every day is a brand new baby day. So with a new day, we want to make sure, how am I feeling about this? Is this still the direction I want to go? Has my attitude changed? Has my direction changed? Has my circumstances changed? And once in a while, we're like, yeah, everything's changed. All of a sudden, I woke up, and I want to go this way instead of that way. Take time to sit with it. Allow Spirit to bubble up, because it does. It gets that clear, present. And sometimes in life, when we get so convicted about, I'm going to go this way, and all of a sudden we keep running into walls, we keep running into blocks. It's like, okay, well, it's not working this way. What can I do to move a different direction? So when I have 4 children, 4 amazing children, and the 2 oldest had graduated. My kids were born in 3 3/4 years, so they were stair steps. So after the second-born graduated, we had moved back to Nebraska. And my younger 2, it's like, we're ready for a new adventure. We're ready for something different. And so on the northwest side of Nebraska, it's only about 4 hours to Denver. So we would get up at 6 in the morning, drive to Denver, go to the Mile High Church there. Every Sunday, we're taking time. We're going to the center. We spend a couple weekends there. We are looking for a place. This is where we want to go. This is where we're going to go. But nothing was working out. I kept running into block after block after block. And then one day, a friend of mine who had moved to Kansas, he said, hey, why don't you come on down here, visit? You might like it down here. I went down there, and everything worked like clockwork. It's like, okay, when the road is correct, we're not running into all of those blocks. It's like that was one of the best moves I had ever made. Got to work with Dr. Chris Michaels at the Center for Spiritual Living in Kansas City, who is one of my best friends. I just adore him. He wrote Your Soul's Assignment and talks about each one of us have an assignment inside our soul that is calling. And sometimes we're just not listening. Sometimes we're busy blaming the world for, ain't it awful? Oh, this happened, that happened. The universe isn't supporting me. Well, the universe supports us in our highest and best, always, always, always. So what is the highest and best? Well, for us at that time, it wasn't Denver. It was Kansas City. And we had a lot of magical things that happened in Kansas City, and it was the perfect place at that time. My oldest son came and moved back home with Mom for a while so he could do a lot of theater, which upped his resume, which made it possible for us to do the things that he's doing now today in Los Angeles when we moved out here. So I look at everything that's happened in life. It's like, okay, I ran into a wall here, ran into a wall here, but it guided and directed me here. Sometimes those walls, it's like one of those wind-up toys, you just keep banging into the wall until finally it finds a direction, and then it goes. And sometimes we do that because we think we have such a strong conviction that we're going to go that way, and yet maybe that wasn't our highest and best direction. Spirit is always conspiring for our highest and best, always. And if we're not listening or hearing it, then we want to put down our roadmap and say, guide me, guide me. Guide me, Spirit. And have that, I know I need to point a certain way. Not only must we have complete faith in Spirit and its ability to know and to do, but we must have complete confidence in our own approach to it. We must not be lukewarm in our conviction. We must know that we know. There's an inner knower, an inner calling. And if it doesn't feel like this is the right road, then there's something else. And it's like, okay, Spirit, I trust. I jump on that bandwagon and I trust, and I'm going to go on that road, and I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to know that the highest and best is always unfolding. Because we all want the highest and best, right? I was in Las Vegas last weekend with my family, and music is playing, and my sisters, I have two of them, we were outside, and having to talk loud over the music and over my sister, my older sister, my younger sister, her and I are about the same. And not that I'm blaming it on her, I finally said, could we just move? You know, when you're tired of just trying to compete with the music or trying to compete with whatever else is in front of us, maybe it's time to move to another location. Maybe it's time to get a different approach. A friend of mine who was learning to fly a plane, he said there he was, learning to fly the plane, and he's with the pilot that is teaching him. And he said in the airlines, when they're learning to fly a plane, if they don't have the correct approach, they have to get a new approach. And so there he was, and he said the teacher of the plane had a death grip. And he said, you think you got the right approach? You think you're going to make it? You think you can land this thing? And he said, here's the assistant who's teaching him how, who's looking really scared. And he's like, your plane, get a new approach. So they turned the plane around and got a new approach. Because if we're not lined up with that inner calling, then we may have to get a new approach, find a new way, find a different direction. Be open to Spirit, which means that we want to listen to that inner knower inside of us. Want to make sure that we are taking time to meditate, taking time to do our positive affirmations, taking time to love ourselves to the next level, and to not make excuses. It's like, well, I can only do it if they help me. I can only do it if it's this way. I can only do it if, if I would have had better parents or if I would have had a different relationship. Create that new story. I tell you, the best gift I ever gave to all of my family members was to make a little booklet for each of them and put down what I learned from them. We can walk through the darkest night with the radiant conviction that all good works together. All things work together for good. On Wednesday, it's Juneteenth, new holiday. It's a celebration of the emancipation of slavery, which happened June 19th, 1865. And so to celebrate that, we want to honor each and every person and think of Harriet Tubman and the calling that she had within inside her to guide other people out of darkness into light. That inner calling, and she just wouldn't just put it down. She's like, no, I want to continue until everyone is free, until everyone knows, until everybody has risen up to the next level. And we continue doing that kind of work, knowing that we are creating a world that works for everyone. And if it works for everyone, it starts with us. So creating a day and a life where we are rising up, we are fired up to the explosion and to the energy and to the goodness that's inside of us that wants to be creative. I'm not sure about any of you, but I know on days or weeks when I don't accomplish a lot, I don't feel as good about myself. But when I get up with intention, I get up with affirmation, I get up with visualization, I get up with meditation, and I move forward, I feel so much better at the end of the day, knowing that I have given my all, that we don't just put it down because we're retired or because we got a vacation or because we've got nothing to do today. We create. We allow ourselves to continue to explore. We read a book. We call a friend. We send out love. So my charge to you today is to get fired up. Send out love notes anonymously. It'll make people wonder what you're up to or what they've been up to and how did I get an anonymous love note. Send love notes. Send gratitude. Take time. I am fired up and ready to live life fully. How many of you are fired up, ready to live life fully? Yeah. How many of you are ready to outbid Frank on any goodies back there? I know, he's the one I always have to arm wrestle with. So let's take all of this energy and go inside our heart of hearts for just a moment, closing our eyes to any distractions. As we breathe in the fullness of life, knowing that right here, right now, there is a power for good in the universe, that we can use it, and we are using it with every thought, every belief, every idea. That we just take those thoughts, those beliefs, those ideas, those feelings, and move to the next level. As we just say yes, yes, yes to life, yes to the goodness, yes to the unfoldment, and yes to loving ourselves to create the best life ever. Creating a world that works for everyone starts with the I am that we are beautifully and brilliantly. I create a beautiful life by sending out beautiful thoughts, by inspiring everyone, by being in that space of gratitude. I am so grateful. And then we tune into that inner knower that just knows that it knows that it knows the right and perfect steps each and every day, each and every way. And in that gratitude, we simply say, I am so blessed, I am so grateful. As I just release these words into the universal action of the law, knowing that all is well. And so it is. So it is. Is the choir coming up too? All right, let's give it up for the choir coming up for some more music.
We have a song from Daniel Nahmod. It's called Love Is My Decision. It's up to me to give up my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and now.
awesome. You know what I really love about all the music today is it's really all about taking personal responsibility. You know, the Rise Up, O My Soul, which were the words of Emma Curtis Hopkins, who was the teacher of teachers. And rise up, O my soul, lift myself up to the next level of goodness. Ho'oponopono, forgive, let go, and then love. It's our decision. So it is that time for giving. We are so blessed to have this center. So as the ushers come forward, we'll read our giving affirmation, which is going to come up on the screen any second. All right, thank you. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
Giving time, this is the moment. Giving time, open your heart, you will find. When you are giving, that's when the healing time will start. This is love. When you are giving, this is love. Give what you can, you will find. There's a connection. Give and receive, go hand in hand. Concentrate, meditate, elevate all those loving feelings, helping out. This is our family, there's no doubt. It's understood, everything here at the center. All this is for your highest good. All this is for your highest good. All this is for your highest good.
Knowing that we are divinely blessed by this center, by each and every person here, our spiritual family, knowing that we have a place to come together with like-minded individuals as we allow ourselves to continue to grow, seeing each other in the highest light and in great gratitude for all the giving, for all the love. I just release my word knowing all is well, and so it is. So it is. All right. So our practitioners, are we singing again? No. I'm sorry. Our practitioners are available for prayer treatment afterwards. Our treatment work is positive prayer, so if you are ready for a positive prayer, you can see any one of our practitioners. We have Lori, we have Frank, Judy, we have Marina. We have a beautiful group of practitioners, so I can't. And we do hearts, yes. So beautiful group of practitioners. We do have our bake sale today, so we're going to bring that on. We are going to have a lot of fun. A lot of us have done a lot of baking, so there's some really great things there. There's coffee, refreshments for all those that want to come and partake. And now we will going to circle up. I just wasn't sure. Are you giving out, on the way out? Okay. We have a Father's Day gift on the way out. So now it's time to circle up. We're going to make a nice circle. And in our tradition here, we all circle up and sing a closing song.
I can't help
Hi, good to see
God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. me feel so good I can do anything. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good I can do anything. It makes me feel so good I can do anything. It makes me feel so good I can do anything. Yeah! Life is good, all is well. You can play the game and you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone. Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I'd like to do to you is shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
All right.
The choir really sounds good today.